Announced in 2019, Pokémon Sleep has always been a bit of a mystery in the Pokémon circles, and after almost 4 years of silence, the game was finally revealed and is coming out. The Pokémon Company International were kind enough to invite us to a special Pokémon Sleep slumber party in order to get a decent look at the game and find out what it is and how it truly works. We were given a phone with the game installed in the evening and told to play through the tutorial and then go to bed to see how the game is, and to my surprise, there's actually a decent amount of content in this game, more than just the sleep tracking. Let's take a look. The game starts with Professor Neroli introducing you to the world of sleep and explains that he is working to record the Pokemon as they sleep in order to delve into their sleeping habits, and your job is to help him with his research by tracking your sleep and synchronizing it with Snorlax's in order to help explore the world of Pokemon Sleep. So how does it track for sleep? There are two ways, either with the phone or with the Pokemon Go++ peripheral, which is releasing later this month. For the purposes of the preview, we went with the native phone element rather than the Go++. At any point in the game, you can go to the sleep mode and you have the ability to set an alarm to sleep to. And there are even some relaxing sounds to play if you need some white noise whilst you sleep. From there, we just turned the phone over onto the bed, plugged it in and put it on the bed. Not on a bedside table so that it can detect the movement. In the morning, after a night's sleep, when it was time to wake up, you simply just turn the phone over and press the end sleep button and that will track the night's sleep, showing a graph of various elements. As with other sleep trackers, the game will register your sleep in 3 ways. There is dozing, snoozing and slumbering, which replace the awake, REM and core cycles of other sleep trackers, and this also helps determine the Pokemon that you will see. The style of sleep that you are predominantly using determines the style of Pokemon you will find. And this is also compared with previous sleep cycles to change things up if your sleep pattern changes. The game tracks the time in each of these 3 sleep elements as well as the time it takes for you to fall asleep, and all of this is calculated into a sleep score. In my preview, I had apparently had an abnormally large amount of slumbering in a row, even to the point that half an hour of my sleep was not registered because I was so still and silent. After it shows your sleep patterns, your drowsy power is then calculated based on Snorlax's strength multiplied by your sleep score, and the higher it is, the more Pokemon you will find. The app also, if you use the mobile version and not the Pokemon Go++ to track your sleep, will have some recordings of your sleep to pick up on any audio abnormalities. For me, this only picked up a cough, a loud door slam and my alarm on my phone to wake me up in the morning, but it could be used for other reasons. It also has a graph showing the amount of decibels of sounds it picked up in the sleep duration. But if you use the Pokemon Go++ for it, however, we've been told that there is no microphone and it will only pick up the sleep data based on your movement. The gameplay is fairly simple, and this is an incredibly passive game. At the start of each week, you'll get a new Snorlax, and your task through the week is to raise the Snorlax, helping it grow and boosting its drowsy power. The more that the Snorlax grows, the more varied the Pokemon it can attract, and to help it grow, you will need help from helper Pokemon, which you will find. In the build we played, there is over 100 Pokemon capable of being found, and each Pokemon has at least 3 different styles of sleep with different star ratings to indicate their rarity. The better the quality of sleep and the higher Snorlax's drowsy power, the better chances of finding the rare sleep styles. In our preview, we managed to find 2 different Riolu styles of sleep, as well as a Squirtle, a Pichu and a Sudowoodo. The 3 different sleeping styles will determine the Pokemon you find as well. As we were slumbering predominantly, we were set to find more water and ground type Pokemon. There are basically 3 different elements of the game in daytime cycles. The first is the night mode, where you can't do much but you can set your Pokemon to sleep, but the more gameplay elements come in the morning and afternoon parts of the cycle. In the morning, you'll find the various Pokemon that have arrived around Snorlax, and you can even recruit them by offering them Poké Biscuits, which you can purchase in the store or get given throughout the game. And these helper Pokemon will then be used to help Snorlax grow during the afternoon cycle. The helper Pokemon all have their own stats and natures and special effects in finding certain items. These items are mostly ingredients that can be used to make the meals for the Snorlax, and you can give Snorlax 3 big meals each day, whilst it will also snack on berries throughout the day. Like Snorlax, these meals have a level that will increase, and each Snorlax you get will have different tastes, meaning you have to change things up with different Pokemon and different meals each week. You can either set it to auto-create the meals, or you can bake your own by individually selecting the ingredients. Each Pokemon has specific ingredients it will pick up and a set time it takes to pick items up, such as say an hour, with a limit of how many items it can hold at once. To get the item, you just tap the Pokemon and it will drop them on the floor. Like in the main series games, each nature will increase 1 element of stats while decreasing another, so building a diverse team of helpers will really help you grow the specific Snorlax you have to help find a variety of Pokemon. The helper Pokemon can even be leveled up. This is done by feeding them various items, mostly Poké Biscuits, and there is a cap of level 100 as per most Pokemon games. As you hit certain levels, you'll be able to unlock certain sub-skills to get various boosts. These Pokemon can also even evolve. Like Pokemon Go, this is done by using species candy and various items including the Thunderstone and the linking cord should that species require it. These helpers also do however get tired and so will need a nice sleep boost as time goes on. We didn't get much of a chance to level the Pokemon up and only had a level 5 Pikachu and a newly obtained level 1 Squirtle, but in the time we had they brought us a lot of items to help the Snorlax grow and there was a constant addition of the items, so if you have a full helper team, I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. Pokémon Sleep is of course a free-to-play mobile game, and so like all mobile games, it has a monetization aspect. We were told that this is all subject to change, but we had a quick delve in to see what sort of monetization there is. While the game has you accrue sleep points whilst sleeping, which can be exchanged for some items, there's also a paid currency of diamonds which can be used to exchange for different items and even more powerful items. There is also a premium pass that you can buy on a subscription style which provides a variety of special bonuses including keeping unlimited sleep data, improved item gifts, a different item exchange for rarer items and more. None of this feels particularly egregious or money grabby at the time of writing and it doesn't feel like this makes the game too pay to win, but there definitely does look like there'll be incentive to put money in. Even though we didn't get a chance to use it for the game, we did get a look at the Pokémon Go++. With this, we got to learn some of the more interesting elements about how it works. First, as revealed, the Pikachu in it can be used in Pokémon Sleep as a helper Pokémon when you connect the Go++ to the game, giving you a Pikachu in a nightcap. It will also keep track of any Pokestops you have spun in Pokémon Go and will give you berries in Pokémon Sleep next time you can connect it. We also got a bit more of the details on how Pokémon Go reacts to it. In addition for the use of Pokestops and catching Pokémon, Pokémon Go will also be able to read your sleep data which is stored on the game. Doing so will give you various rewards in Pokémon Go including Stardust stickers and even a heart for your current buddy Pokémon. You can also change the various camp features such as the tent and have different incense which have special effects which can affect both Snorlax and your own Pokémon, but we were unable to test this feature due to both not having the items. All in all, Pokémon Sleep on our first look has so much more to it than I ever thought possible. There's just so much depth to the game that I don't think I could probably get into during the time I had with it, and it honestly stunned me just how much scope there is with all the Pokémon, with all the stats and everything involved. It has the same visual flair that the developer's select button put through their previous game of Magikarp Jump, and it has a very nice atmosphere in general. It's definitely not a game that you're going to be able to speedrun or min-max, and I do fear that by having the 3 cycles of gameplay in a day and needing to feed the Snorlax and work with your helpers, that it could end up feeling after some time that you're just doing a bit of busy work each day. But the game that we have tried has definitely got me wanting to try it more. The worry also falls a bit into the Pokemon that you can get. If your sleep patterns are largely the same day to day, and while you can get a different set of Pokemon if you have say 30% more dozing time than your previous sleep session, if you're more consistent with your sleep, then I do wonder how hard or easy it'll be to get a full sleep style dex complete. However, even during the next day while speaking to others who attended the preview, we were in agreement that we wanted the game again the next night just to see how much more there is to find and what Pokemon we can find, and it will definitely take months and months and months for people to truly get full collections in this game. You really shouldn't sleep on this game. There seems to be a lot of fun to be had. And thank you all very much for watching. If you want more Cerebi content about Pokemon, including Pokemon TCG and so much more, we have some big plans, then be sure to press the subscribe button, like and comment below on your thoughts on Pokemon Sleep. And I'll see you guys next time.